Hey everybody, welcome to Home with the Halsteads and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a macaroni casserole. This is a recipe that Mama used and she called it cheese and macaroni, but I'm going to call it a macaroni casserole because it has several ingredients that will remind you of a casserole. So that's what we're going to do. I'm starting out with 8 ounces of elbow macaroni. Now this is a 16-ounce box and you can use any brand that you want to, but I used half of it and I already have it on the stove cooking behind me. I'm just cooking it by the directions. And so 8 ounces of elbow macaroni. I'm going to use Velveeta cheese today. Now you could use sharp cheddar or other cheese if you wanted to, but this particular recipe calls for Velveeta cheese and I'm using 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese and I've already cut it up and sliced it. So I wanted to show you that. 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 10.5-ounce can of cream of chicken soup, 1 onion, and I have chopped the onion, 1 onion, 1 green bell pepper. I've already chopped the green bell pepper, so we're getting ready to make this macaroni casserole, and 4 ounces of diced pimento, and I've drained that. So I'm going to finish cooking the macaroni. I'm going to drain it and then we'll come back and we'll put it together and we'll bake this delicious macaroni casserole. See you in a minute. I have preheated our oven to 350 degrees and I wanted to show you the cheese that I'm using. You might not have been able to have seen it as well as I wanted you to, but I'm just using Velveeta cheese today. It comes in a package. I'm using the original and I'm not advertising for Velveeta, but this is, like I told you, what the recipe calls for. And it comes in these little 4-ounce packages. So I have used 2, which made 8 ounces of the Velveeta cheese, and I've already cut that up. So we're going to start out with our, let me grab a spatula, with our cream of chicken soup. We'll just place it in this bowl. We're going to mix all of our ingredients together. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful casserole. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add the mayonnaise. I like to mix my liquids together, just like when I'm making, baking something, a dessert or something. I like to mix my dry ingredients together. Well, I like to mix my wet ingredients together too if I'm making a casserole. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just toss everything in, but today I'm mixing the mayonnaise and the soup. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add our cheese. And like I said, I've already chipped this up. I'm going to mix that around, get that kind of incorporated and yet kind of spread out. And now I'm going to go ahead and add our macaroni. I have cooked this, I've drained it, and I've got it here in this colander. It's hot, and I'm just adding it to the liquid mixture. I'm going to stir that around, and I'm going to change over and get a spoon, which I like to work with, and this will start to melt the cheese. This is looking good. It's smelling good too. So just mixing the macaroni in. Now let's add our onions. 1 onion that I have chopped, 1 green bell pepper that I have chopped, and 1 4-ounce jar of pimento. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be so good. So we're just mixing this around. This makes a large casserole too. Just going to flip it around there. Continue mixing. And I have sprayed 9x13 baking dish with a no-stick cooking spray, and we'll place our casserole in that. So, and I think it's ready to start doing that. Okay. So I have our casserole here, our dish, and I'm just going to pour it in. This is going to be so delicious. I can't wait. And again, this is one of those dishes that would be great to take off to a gathering, a church event, or any club or family gathering that you might have or be a part of. And it's pretty too, but even more than that, it's delicious. You could add some black pepper if you wanted to. I didn't add any salt because the cheese and the soup and the mayonnaise, it has a salty taste. It already has some salt in it, so I didn't do that. You can add it if you want to. And there again, you can just add pepper or salt at the table. So there you have it, a macaroni casserole. It's going in the oven on 350 degrees. I'll bake it for about 40 minutes and I'll check it. Of course, I'll check it before then. And when it gets done, I'll come back and I'll show it to you. I'm checking our casserole. It's been cooking for 40 minutes. I'm gonna leave it in for just another probably 5 minutes so that it can brown a little bit more and make sure that it's hot in the center. You can see it bubbling everywhere. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. When it gets done, I'll take it out, I'll let it cool, and we want to serve it warm, and we'll dip some and try it. Okay, our casserole is out of the oven. I've baked it 45 minutes and I am anxious to get in it. So let's just dip some up. It's still hot. I wanted to let it get a little bit cooler before I dipped it. But, you know, we have lots to do. So we're just gonna dip it right here like this. Gonna leave the spoon right there, and I'm gonna put a fork over here and we're going to taste it. I know it's going to be delicious. Okay friends, that's it for today. We have a macaroni casserole that has bell peppers, onions, cheese, pimento, and all those flavors blended together. It makes it delicious. You know what to do. Share this recipe so others can enjoy it too. Now let's taste. I hope you can see it. This is still warm. As it sets and cools a little bit more, it'll be a little bit firmer, but I know it's going to be good like this. I love those flavors together. Bell pepper, onion, pimento, that Velveeta cheese. It's a winner. Have a blessed day. I'll see you again really, really soon.